Hey look, it's Zelezen. Today we're going to be reviewing controllers. Now controllers are really important to video game consoles because you need them to play. How else will you play them? With your brain, with your eyes, with your mouth? If I had a game console, what would the controller look like? It would look all sick and so cool. But yeah, you need controllers. How else would you have controllers? Or if you have a handheld device, it might be built in, which it most definitely will. But we're talking about consoles today because they have controllers. Like, are you dumb? Now, when we begin with consoles, we first think of Atari 2600 or anything else, but that's really what I think in first mind. Though I know it's not, but it's just the other ones are just irrelevant. Here's what the Atari 2600 controller looked like. They got this big joystick, this clunky joystick that can barely move. Yeah, and the button too is not good either. What I'm holding is legit from 1978, so yeah, so this thing's old, but that's not what I care about. What I care about is that this controller truly sucks. Yes, I guess it's useful, but the clunkiness on this sucks, and it looks like my Atari 2600 games were simple. You didn't need any more buttons than just one, so one will do. And this only moves one. This only moves up, left, right, and down. So if you could tell, that's pretty self-explanatory. Yeah, I don't even have anything else to say. But who uses? What is that? These are Pong paddle controllers for the Atari 2600. You use these to play Pong. You turn this into circular motion, and I actually surprised about how smooth this is. That's kind of satisfying. So this controller is nice. I might think it's better than the originals because this is way more smoother and just less clunky. Design is nice, and the button basically the same. But yeah. You can play Pong with this, and it's pretty self-explanatory. If you want to turn this around, it moves left and right. Wait, no, it moves up and down. It's my fault. And then this button, I don't know what this button does, but it does something. Maybe it controls the game. I don't know, man. So I just pulled out the double whammy here. Obviously, the NES. You guys know about that. You should. Because it's one of the most popular gaming consoles, and this was revolutionary apparently because this had 2 buttons. No, maybe if I could just say 4 buttons, because start and select, B and A, and then you got these, which I think these were first on controllers. The design is nice except of the corners, which people always complain about. I don't think it hurts me that much. Just your fingers can bend. Just move them. Like it's self-explanatory. Just move them. Just move your fingers. You don't need to do this, or you don't need to do that. Nobody plays like this. The design on it looks nice because they got this unique stripes on it. It's got the Nintendo logo, and I think it's a good controller for the time, because if this were released today, nobody's coming to my house. What? My life be like. Though this is 7 or 6 years released after the Atari 2600, the NES has more options and buttons and more places to not more places to move, because it's still like 4, but there's 2 buttons, and those are helpful. And yeah, this just works. This just works the games, and it looks neat, and it looks good. So I don't know, man. Is this illegal? No, but in all serious, this is sick because this is used to play Duck Hunt and many other games. I can't name the games, but the only controller is this, and this got this red light that goes on the TV, and you could just shoot, and it actually works, it actually works probably well, and I find that cool. What you have to do, you look in between here, which you're probably doing other guns, but I'm not that guy. You look in between, and then wherever you aim it, you shoot, and murder a duck. You want to see what's inside? You want to see what it looks like inside? Okay, let me show you. Ooh, looks familiar. The click on this is actually satisfying me. Yeah, I just want to keep clicking it.
Oh, scary! Oh, shiver my timbers! Shut up!
So I don't actually have a Sega Master System, but I do have not a Master System. Well, this controller looks weird, and I don't know how to explain it. It's just you have to slide to go up, slide to go left. It's just confusing, and it looks way too big. This Sega logo is in the middle, and it doesn't look right. I don't have the controller, so I can't test it out and see how it clicks and everything, see how it responds. I'm not doing a respawn test though, because the video would be way too long, and I don't feel like it, okay? Now we skip ahead to the SNES. The SNES controller is pretty unique. Now we got this rounded edges because, you know, people back then complained about the NES being too sharp on the corners. So they rounded it, and this looks nice and sleek. I like the color design, and it just works. So there's nothing else to really talk about it. But the controllers are good, and yeah, every controller is good. The top might be a little clunky though. Like, it might just be my controller, but you know, then if it's like that, I don't know, man. The letters on this is a weird choice. Like A, B, it's obviously normal because those are the first two letters in the alphabet, and then you got Y and Z, Y and X. Like, it's so random, but at the end of the day, it makes no sense. It doesn't, it makes sense. Next off, we got the SNES mouse. Ew! Oh, no. What is he doing? Bro, I just slapped him and this happens. Like, no, but on the real though, enough tomfoolery, we actually got it. This has the two buttons, and there's circle imprints. You got the same color design. Well, not really that exact same, because we don't got the other color, but I think this is pretty spot on. And yeah, this is a mouse. It's a ball mouse. There's a ball and you roll it around. Because since you didn't have high technology in the 90s, so you kind of just you know what? You kind of just roll this around, and I think it works pretty well. Yeah, I can't really say that. It doesn't work really well. It only works on specifically smooth surfaces. If you do it on the ground, then it's not gonna work. It has to be smooth. This ball kind of sensitive. So yeah. Also got these, so it doesn't slide around like crazy. Anyways, I think this is used for Mario Paint. It is used for Mario Paint. I don't know if it's used for anything else, but this is standard and it works, so I guess it works. Now we skip all the way to 1995 where the PlayStation 1 released. This is what the PlayStation 1 controller looks like. It looks really skinny, and it's a strange design, but I see why they go for it.
You nasty ass bastard!
Either like one of the kind that has handles. Don't think it's the first, but I think it's the first like this. You got two analog buttons. You got both R buttons and L buttons, so that's neat. And you got this, which is different. So yeah, that's cool. The selected star, as everybody pretty much knows. And then you got the iconic shapes with the colors as the buttons. These are iconic and they look good, and it's a part of the branding, and it's a really big part of the PlayStation brand. So yeah, this looks neat. The colors are vibrant and they stick, and they point out. And once you get it, you know how it works. Didn't know X was a shape. Is it a shape? You guys comment down below if it's a shape. Hold on, wait, I forgot about the Sega Genesis controller. It's kind of similar to the SNES controller, but the handles stick out more, and there's three buttons, ABC, and the start button's on a weird angle. It's on top of the ABC buttons, and it's pretty self-explanatory once you look at it. It's black, so that's cool. What in the world is a Neo Geo? Don't forget about the Neo Geo. I can't believe that just came out of my mouth. Hey, yo! The Neo Geo controller is, it's alright. It's basic for the time. Self-explanatory, like I keep saying in this video. As Zelezen put this in the start of the video. The television controller, I don't have that television because they're old and stinky, ew, but they look like phone, they look like phones, they look like old phones, and there's numbers. No, that's weird. Why is there numbers? And I think that's generally useless because there's not that much need of that much buttons. Television is a forgettable name. Nobody really knows about a television, and nobody plays that. And the controllers are boring and old. They look like your dad could play them. What Okay, so this is specifically Nintendo's first 3D console. I mean, the SNES had some 3D graphics in it. It's not entirely 3D like the N64. So this is entirely new. Now they got a controller that can go. They got an analog stick that can go all around because it's 3D. You got some view buttons. It will be important. And you got R and L on the top. You press that, and there's a Z trigger on the back. Which, there's a lot of buttons, I could be honest. There's a start button in the middle. Yeah, this. I forget what it's called, honestly. But these can change views, and people complain about this a lot. But it doesn't affect me. It's not bad. I don't think it's bad. People think it's clunky. It's a bit clunky, but I don't think it's bad. So I actually think it's nice, and they got 3 handle grips on this. It looks cool. I don't know why the middle is needed. Like, you can't just. It'll be kind of weird just to switch hands, just to do that. But I'm not Squidward. I don't have 3 or 4 hands, whatever he has, because he's sloppy. These controllers usually came with different colors. Let me come get one. I don't know where my original colored one is, because I lost it. This one is a vibrant blue, and it's sort of clear. You can see what's inside. Same as this one, but yeah, it's purple, light purple. This one's nice. This is probably my favorite controller to play with. Yeah, I like it. It looks good in the light. Now look at the Sega Saturn controller. What the hell? Oh my god.
What the hell? Oh my god, no way, yeah.
This looks crazy, bro. It has 6 buttons, and I think it's a good design. There was another model, and the corners look clunky, but this one is smooth, and I think it's nice, and it works. Probably has 8 buttons, though, because there's probably an L and R button. Who knows? I can't really tell. But it looks good, and it works. So yeah, it's a good controller. And a lot of these consoles I don't have, so I don't have the controllers, but this is the Sega Dreamcast. It's overweight! This controller looks weird, as I could say. It has a screen in the middle, and the screen looks like a calculator screen. Yeah, it's also pretty clunky looking. It's big, and it just looks strange. So yeah, it looks strange, and it looks ugly. It looks so ugly. It looks more ugly than you watching.
I didn't mean it. Like, I might have to explain about that. It was a joke. It was a joke.
So let's talk about my favorite console, the PS2. The PS2 looks similar to the PS1, though it has analog sticks, and this was really needed for the first, PS1 because there's 3D graphics. So this is important. They also got an LED light to tell you if it's on or off, and an analog button. Probably changes the analog settings on this. And yeah, nothing really else. That's the differences. Also, it's black. You can also get other colors like on it, but its regular one is black, and it looks cool, and the buttons are the same, and it looks neat. Yeah, this controller is broken and it doesn't work. Now this is the Xbox original controller. I don't have the Xbox original controller because I don't have the Xbox original. Anyways, this controller is again overweight. It looks like it ate 7 rotisserie chickens in one day. Yeah, it's fat. Ugh. This controller has 6 buttons. 2 small buttons on the top, and this controller has 2 analog sticks and this one that left, right, up, down stick controller thingy. I don't know, but yeah, this is a weird controller to say, and my hands are not that big, bro. Come on, like I can't. Hey, I don't know what I'm talking. Okay, so now we got the GameCube. This was released around the same time that the PS2 and the Xbox released. And bro, this controller got the button disease. I mean, look at how much buttons it has. Let me count how much buttons this has. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It has 6 buttons. Like, if you think of that, it literally has 6 buttons. So that is crazy. 6 buttons, and this is super satisfying because it just goes down so smoothly, and it has these arches where you can put your finger around and it's comfortable and it works. Plus you got this which says C on it. That's strange. But also this works really well. Do you hear that? Ooh. Yeah, these make some cool sounds. Like, it's obviously a weird shape for a controller, but honestly, you can't deny that it looks pretty cool. The original color for the GameCube is actually purple. I have the orange one, and I think the purple looks better, but I have the orange one because I think it was cheaper. One problem though, am I supposed to finger this?
Yo! Hey, yo! This man got the glizzy! You got the glizzy! You glizzy goblin!
Okay, so we're now at the 7th generation of controllers for game consoles, or just game consoles. 7th generation, we got the Xbox 360, released in 2005, and I like this controller so much. It might be also chunky, but it just works so well, and you have grip on the back. It has this, I'm pretty for sure that's for a battery pack, and this works so well. It's also satisfying, and it sounds great. And it probably responds well. No, it does respond well. This is nice. See that click? Don't know. This one might be broken because it's supposed to click. but that's not the problem. We also got this, which it looks different from other stuff. This is what the Xbox ones look like. It also looked like that on the first Xbox controller. And this one has 2 analog sticks in different areas, which I've always found that strange, but I guess it works. It has the same see-through buttons, but these work so much better, and they just look cooler. I mean, they're colorful and they look cool. They actually look pretty cool. Let's count how much buttons they have on this controller. So the analog sticks are actually buttons too. Hear that click? So let's count this. How much? Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yo! They got 13 buttons on this. That's the most amount of buttons. Now this is what I call button overload. This got the button disease. These controllers have the button disease. Now, since this is the first console to actually have motion sensor, this is like a TV remote, and that's what it's supposed to look like. Though it's white, and it also has, I mean, TV controllers are white, but this has a see-through button here, and it's nice. Looks cool. They have, let me count how much buttons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So yeah, they got 8 buttons. On the back is a trigger button. And yeah, the motion sensor is right here. There's also a sensor with the Wii too, but I'm not talking about the Wii. This reacts to that. But what I find strange about this is it has a positive button and a negative button and a 1 and a 2 button, which I find strange. I don't know why. I just find that strange. The power button, yeah, it's self-explanatory, and it's skinny. It's skinnier than me. Never mind. So since the Wii has so many controllers, this is the nunchuck, the second controller, and you need these for so many games. I mean, but this one is similar to the GameCube analog stick. It's basically the same, but you can tell differences. The back has Z and C. I mean, like, it's so random. I don't know why they designed it like this, but I guess it works. How you use this is you actually plug this. You see that? You plug that in here, which just, ooh, and you kind of play. You can play Wii Sports with this, and yeah, this is just extra buttons, so they combine to have 10 buttons. Yo. How so lame. Now, the Wii had a lot of add-ons. I had a gun add-on. I had all the add-ons. Pretty sure they're broken now, and they just don't look good because there's marker around it. It's not my fault. I can't tell you whose fault it is because, you know, it's somebody's fault in this family. But yeah, we put the Wiimote in here, and it matches. Check out the nunchuck out. All right. Okay. So. Oh, I forgot to say, it has a straps for safety, and it's kind of dumb, because it reminds you in every game. Anyways, you put this in, here, and you play Mario Kart Wii with this. You can also play with other games. It's kind of useless, like, just do this. And another add-on is this, so you can have handles and play, like, games that are on the virtual console, like, or you can play 2D games on this and yet with no motion sensor. So yeah, that's that. Now they made this cool contraption for you draw the game, you draw on this, and it actually has really good motion detection. You use this and you can draw around it, it goes on the screen. You put the Wiimote right here for buttons, and that's pretty much that. Also leaves a home back for the Z trigger. So yeah, that's also, it also has this. This is only for one game. It's not really necessarily an official Wii. It is a Wii. It is an official Wii controller. I don't know what I'm saying actually, but like that's a U-Draw tablet. The Wiimotes actually had cases, and I know this is long. But this specifically has Wii Motion Plus for Wii Sports Resort and other games. Wii Motion Plus, and adds lock on this. I don't know what's that for. It's probably definitely important. And you got this button here, which if you look inside, if you look inside, look at that other thing moves. We just wrap this around and play some games with extra sensors, I think. So yeah. Now I don't necessarily have the PS3 remotes with me. It's at my grandma's house. Anyways, these PS3 controllers are really similar to the PS2 ones, and there has some design differences, but they're not visually similar. And the thing is, the most similar thing that they have is a PlayStation button that's in the middle. So when you press that, you can go back to the menu or anything else, turning the PlayStation controller on. So that's what that's used for, and no one cares. It looks the same. I don't want to talk about it. The PlayStation 4 controller has a different look to it, and I'll explain. So what's different about this is that the design is sort of different. We got a share button and options button, so we can plug it in with whatever you use in this. It has touch screen on here. You could press it. So those aren't extra buttons necessarily. And you got lights in the back. I like when you play like GTA 5 or something. When there's cops there, it flashes blue and red. But these are cool. They're kind of useless, but they're kind of cool. Because I don't care about uselessness, because they're cool. They have these in the bottom. Don't know what they necessarily are. But yeah, it's cool controller, solid. It's hard to break. It's durable, so it's a nice controller. Also, the R2 ones are cool, and the buttons are just good. Let's talk about the PlayStation Move controllers. These PlayStation Move controllers are used for VR games. You use them as just to control. There's two of them. You need two of them, and they also have what's similar to the PS4 one with the PlayStation Move controllers is that they have colors. And guess what? The top of one, it's also kind of like sensors to play games, but the top of them has colors and they flash. Also, they're squishy. They're two squishy balls. I don't know, man. They're two squishy balls. It's not gay. It's not. How is it gay? How is it gay? It's two squishy balls that are rubber.
You're gay! He's gay!
The Wii U controller. Okay, so now this controller should be on 600-pound life because it is so overweight, so chubby. It's just so chubby. And what I find cool about this is that you can actually put some stuff on this, and then it goes in the game. So yeah, this is neat. You can't press it, but it's a sensor. You have the standard arrow controls, and then you got two analog sticks. You got a camera right in the front that are used to make Mii's. If you want to make a Mii, yeah, probably used in some other games too. They got a home button, and they got a mic in the front here. If you look at that mic, there's a power button, a battery. This is to show the battery stability, and then this one is a control, and it says TV on it. Start and select is, they kind of went with the Wii on this one because they got the positive and negative buttons again. They have the buttons and they're good. And you got the L and R triggers. Don't know what this is. Probably a sensor. It's definitely a sensor. And this one is for where you put a stylus in. This is where you turn it on and on. There's so much in this. They got a ZR and ZL. They got grips in the back. This is where you put the batteries in the back. And what is this for? There's a hole. there is an unholy hole in this Wii U. Oh my, there's recharging these. How many buttons do they have? Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Buttons. So the screen is used to see your gameplay, and I'm pretty sure they tried to do a TV where you could watch your gameplay on TV and also watch it on tablet. This is kind of like this was the Nintendo Switch before the Nintendo Switch, and it was called the Wii U, and it is so big. Like I can't. It is bigger than my head. The Xbox One. Dang, I forgot. The Wii also has this Wii board. It's not really a controller, but it is. Let's step on this. So yeah, it sensors your toes, and you can just play Wii Fit Plus or Wii Fit on it, or Dance Dance Revolution if you're a big virgin. Whew. Okay, so the PS5 controller also has lights here, and it's also another touchscreen, and it's kind of the same, but it's also really cooler too. It's more durable, and it has white and black, and it has rumble features. It's cool. There's lights. It works better, and it's more satisfying to touch, and it's cool. And the Xbox Series X1 looks cool. It looks neat. And Nintendo Switch Joy-Cons, they look okay, I guess. I don't like them because they're weird. That's it. Now get off my video.